Getting back to our rules of engagement problem, num nights is now equal to 10. And if you remember, if we have at least 10 nights, we want to cue the Trojan rabbit. So we want to add another conditional here that says, if there are at least 10 nights, cue the Trojan rabbit. It allows you to keep checking more conditions after the if statement is false and before the else statement. Here, if num nights is less than 3, we print retreat. Otherwise, if we have at least 10 nights, print Trojan rabbit. Otherwise, if it's Tuesday, print taco night. And if all three of these things are false, we'll print truce. Another thing to note is as soon as one of those ifs or elifs are true, we'll run that block of code and then exit the conditional. We can combine conditionals with Boolean operators and an or, which will come in handy because King Arthur has complicated our rules of engagement a little bit. He's declared that on Mondays we always retreat, and we can only use the Trojan rabbit on Wednesdays because we have to rent it out for parties on the other days of the week. Let's start out by handling the new Monday rule. If num nights is less than 3, we retreat, or if it's a Monday, we retreat. In conditionals, we can have multiple comparisons separated by the or operator. Here, we'll handle the Trojan rabbit rule by checking if we have at least 10 nights and the day of the week is Wednesday. And an or make it possible to combine Booleans. A true and a true result in a true. A true and a false result in a false. Basically, if there's one false in an and statement, the result will always be false. For or, one value only has to be true and the statement will result in a true. For example, true or false results in true. Here's our program after we incorporated King Arthur's requests for the day of the week. Instead of assigning hard-coded values to our variables in our script, we can ask the user to input their own values. Input is a built-in function in Python like print. It will print out the statement to the user and then wait for the user to enter their answer and then save that value. For example, we have input and then enter the day of the week. We run the program, it asks the user for the day of the week, they enter Monday, and we save that into the day variable, and then we print it back out. You entered Monday. Since input comes in as a string, if we want the user to enter a number, we have to convert their text input to a number. We can do this with the int function. Now that num nights is a number, we can print it out to the console and then check if it's less than 10 or the day is Monday. Since neither of those are true, we don't print retreat. Let's look at how different user input changes the outcome of our program. Here, if the user enters 2 for the number of nights and Tuesday for the day of the week, retreat is printed. If the user enters 12 for the number of nights and Wednesday for the day, Trojan rabbit is printed. We've encountered a new enemy that has thrown a wrench in our plans. If we see a killer bunny, we have to throw the holy hand grenade. Otherwise, we'll use our original rules of engagement. This kind of situation will come up a lot in your programs where you'll need to follow one decision with a series of decisions. That's called a nested conditional. Here, we check if there is a killer bunny. If so, we use the holy hand grenade. Otherwise, we nest in our original battle rules into the else block. Here you can see our final rules of engagement program complete with a nested conditional. Now it's time for you to play with some more complex conditionals in the challenges. Good luck, and I'll see you in the wrap-up video. I feel like I'm like shouting. I'm like, ah! I'm shy about smiling.
I know, it's weird.
Dang it. Here we can concatenated. It's a hard word. Characters were I'm sorry, I'm like losing my mind. We use the holy hand grenade. Grenade.
That was good. All right.